Okay, so if you feel like AI is just moving at this dizzying, breakneck speed, you are definitely not alone. It seems like every few weeks, some new tool comes out that completely changes the game. And we're right on the verge of the next huge shift, the rise of what we're calling true AI agents. For our purposes, let's call this system Atlas, and it represents a massive, massive opportunity for anyone, and I mean anyone, looking to build a one-person company. Let's dive into how this changes literally everything.
I mean, this quote right here, it just nails the feeling, doesn't it? The pace is just relentless. You feel like you just figured one thing out, and then something new drops that makes you rethink your whole strategy. But here's the thing. Instead of feeling crushed by it, what if we could actually harness this power? What if this constant, chaotic change is actually the biggest opportunity we've ever had?
So this slide really gets to the heart of the matter. For, decades now, we've used browsers to find answers. You're the one behind the wheel, right? You're doing the manual searching, the clicking, compiling everything yourself. But an AI agent like Atlas, it works on a totally different level. You don't ask it for information, you give it a goal. It's the difference between driving a manual car and just telling a self-driving car, hey, take me to this address, and then kicking back while it handles everything else.
Okay, so that leads us to the big question here, the whole reason we're doing this explainer. It's one thing to know about a cool new tool, but it's a completely different thing to actually use it to build something real. You know, a business that gives you real freedom and real income. So, how do you actually do it?
All right, here's the roadmap for today. We're going to break it down into 5 simple parts. First, we'll get a handle on what this AI agent thing really is. Then we'll walk through a 3-step playbook for building your business, reclaiming your time, building your leverage, and then creating your product. And finally, we'll talk about the one crucial thing that AI can never, ever replace.
All right, let's kick things off with the absolute basics. Like, what is an AI agent really? And why is it such a huge leap from the chatbots we've all been playing with? The key word here, the whole difference, is action. See, a chatbot gives you an answer. An AI agent gets a job done. You could tell it, research the top 10 viral videos on YouTube this month and write up a summary in a new Google Doc for me. And then you could literally just sit back and watch as it opens your browser, does the searching, pops open your Google account, and just starts typing out the report for you. It's not an answer machine. It's more like a digital intern.
Okay, so we get what an AI agent is. Now let's get super practical. Step 1 is the absolute foundation. You have to reclaim your time. Look, before you can even dream of building a business, you've got to solve the time problem. It's the biggest hurdle for any solo entrepreneur. Time isn't just money, it's everything.
You know, every single day is just packed with these, let's call them labor tasks. This is the stuff you have to do, but it doesn't actually move the needle on your business. Replying to that flood of emails, organizing spreadsheets, booking travel, this is the stuff that just sucks the life and the time right out of your day. An AI agent is basically built to take over all of this admin work for you. And we're not talking about a few minutes here and there. This is a big deal. Just by handing off your email and basic data entry, you could easily get back 2, maybe even 3 hours every single day. Think about that. That's 10 extra hours a week, 40 hours a month. That's basically getting a full work week back every single month that you can now pour into the stuff that actually matters, which of course brings us to step 2.
So you've got this new time, this amazing gift of hours back in your week. The big question is, what do you do with it? This is where you have to make a crucial mindset shift. You have to stop trading your time directly for money and start building what we call leverage.
And this quote, this just hits the nail on the head. If you use those extra 2 hours a day to just take on another client, yeah, you'll make more money. But you haven't really built a business. You've just become a higher paid employee of yourself. Real entrepreneurship is about building systems, assets that make money for you even when you're not at your desk.
And let's be real, in today's world, the best leverage you can have is media. It's building an audience that knows you, likes you, and trusts what you have to say. And this is exactly what you do with your reclaimed time. You can literally tell your AI agent, hey, find me trending topics, summarize these articles, draft me some posts for my blog, and even go ahead and post this for me. You're not just doing tasks, you're building an asset that grows 24/7.
Okay, so once you've built that leverage, once you have that audience that trusts you, now comes the fun part. Step 3, creating your product. This is how you finally turn that influence into a scalable income and break free from that time for money trap for good.
Just take a look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got the old way, selling your time. Consulting, freelancing, it's one-to-one, and your income is capped by the number of hours in a day.
And on the other side, you're selling your value. A digital course, an ebook. You build it once, and you can sell it to 10 people, 100, 1,000. There's literally no ceiling on your income. And this is where your AI agent becomes your secret weapon for building that product. You can ask it to scan the market and find out what topics people are desperately searching for. You can have it analyze your top competitors' products and tell you exactly why they're successful. And then, you can have it generate a full, detailed outline for your own course or ebook, so you're not just guessing anymore. You're using real data to create something you know people are already looking for.
Okay, but after all this talk about automation, data, and AI doing the work, we absolutely have to talk about the most important piece of this whole puzzle. This is the part that makes sure your business has a soul, that it's something truly special. This is the human element.
The best way to think about it is with this 80-20 rule. Let AI handle 80% of the work, the heavy lifting, the research, the drafting, the automation. It's an incredible employee. But that last 20%, that's the magic. That's the part that's 100% you. It's your story, your unique take on things, your personality, and the real connection you make with people.
And it all comes down to this simple truth right here. People don't want more content faster. They're drowning in content. What they really crave is connection. They don't just buy information, they buy into you, your perspective, your experience, your story. And that is something an AI will never be able to replicate.
So, at the end of the day, tools like this new generation of AI, they're the engine, they're the fuel. They give us this incredible, almost unfair advantage to build things that were impossible just a few years ago. But you're still the one in the driver's seat. The purpose, the heart, the soul of it all, that comes from you. So I'll leave you with this question. AI is here to give you the leverage. What's the unique value that only you can bring to the world that's just waiting to be amplified?